स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaय te namaha. Sri Ramakrishna is revealing all aspects of sadhana one by one, most beautiful way, so natural, so simple way that a child can understand. The highest principles, highest values, highest ideals, the depths of the sadhana are being explained to the simple householders. The householder's life, when they forget, it is a part of great sacrifice with great responsibilities to bear, and the purpose of human life is to reach absolute perfection by realizing God and transcending nature. And to them who are forgetful of God, who are forgetful of the ideal of human existence, to them he is giving in a simple way the highest truths that they can follow and reach while doing all the duties of life, being in the world with family and friends, attending to the duties, and at the same time be able to transcend the nature and go beyond. So, the grace of God, Sri Ramakrishna is explaining, that is, when M says that I realize that it is not like thinking of an unreal object. How can a man lose his intelligence? By intelligence in Sanskrit and Indian languages, we have to understand as buddhi. Buddhi is much different from intelligence. Intelligence we use in not intelligence when we say capacity to comprehend, understand, analyze, categorize, all this comes under intelligence. Develop, invent, all these we are accustomed to penetrate into the nature and see the inner secrets, transcend the nature and go beyond. That buddhi. Buddhi, when we use in Indian term, it is something which can comprehend from the outermost surface to the bottommost substratum and beyond. Buddhi is wisdom. Buddhi is what can understand what is imperceivable by senses. Such things, the buddhi. So, here, I realize that can a man lose his buddhi if he always fixes the mind on him whose very nature is eternal buddhi? The cosmic consciousness, the consciousness or the intelligence behind the universe, which has designed this universe, which is maintaining this universe, which is governing this universe, by thinking of him, does anyone? M is telling, and Master is very happy about hearing that. With great pleasure he is telling, it is through God's grace that you understand that the doubts of the mind will not disappear without His grace. Doubts do not disappear without self-realization. total elimination of all doubts is by experiencing one's own existence. Whatever is there in the world, whatever see, and when people ask, what is the proof that God exists? I wonder, what is the proof that this exists? Glass is there, this exists, what is the proof? They say, I see. The fact that you are seeing, it is unreal. Reality cannot be seen because it is subject. Subject cannot see subject. It can see an object. And seeing is eyes carrying, looking, its image falling on the retina. It is taken by optic nerves to brain. Mind comprehends. It takes to the intelligence for confirmation. Intelligence carries the information to the self, and self understands. How much of indirect information? It is as if somebody is coming and telling, there is a house somewhere. I am seeing, it looks like I am seeing it, but it is an indirect understanding. Only thing I am is the only immediate understanding, is reality. I am is direct experience. All other experiences are indirect experiences. So when they say God, I don't see God, what is the proof of? You can't see, you should not see. What you see is somebody coming and telling you. Only thing you can, that is why we identify God with the self. God is yourself. Yourself. It is infinite, it is eternal. When you reach that self, then you will know it is a direct, I am is the only direct experiences. All other are indirect experiences, and it has no validity. Somebody coming and telling you anything has no validity. And the only thing you can experience is, and that is God. Because it is infinite. When you know yourself, Atmajnana, when you find, you will understand that yourself is infinite, eternal, imperishable, unchanging reality. And you understand what is God there. It is one with the God, inseparable from the absolute existence in which the universes appear and disappear. So here all doubts get clear. Doubts do not disappear without self-realization. That is the self-realization. Doubts of the mind. Here Sri Ramakrishna differentiates. Doubts of the mind will not disappear without his grace. Doubts of the mind is what hinders my path to God. What hinders? I have doubts. Mind creates doubt. Mind has the doubt. So the process of evolution is hindered. The path in which I want to realize God is hindered because of the doubts of the mind. Doubt of the mind, without, when His grace descends, all your path becomes so easy. Doubt is replaced by faith and hope and love. So the doubts goes means love is generated, faith is generated, hopes are generated. That leads you. And Him, doubts do not. Here, not the doubts of mind. Doubts do not. Doubt God exists or not. That kind of doubt. Doubts, all doubts, do not disappear without self-realization. Two things. One, grace of God to make your path clear and reach the goal. And reaching the goal, all doubts, is existence, also disappear. But one need not fear anything if one has received the grace of God. For a sadhaka, householders, you see, there are so many fears. What will happen tomorrow? Will my child study or not? Will I be losing job? So many fears. Health fear, losses fear. I may lose job, I may lose money, I may lose health. So many kinds of fear. But a sadhaka is not tortured or affected by these small doubts, fears. He understands. At the same time, he dissolves in God. The fear it possesses, will I be able to complete my sadhana or not? Will I be able to see God or not in this life? Will I be able to clean my inner dirt or not? Kama, Krodha, my inner nature, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, Raga, Dvesha, Ahankara, all this, will I be able to clean or not? And then external nature. Life is going on. Old age is coming. Youth is fading away. And death is coming. That nature working, external nature, Sukha, Dukkha, Janma, Mrityu, will I be able to transcend or not? So, the inner nature and external nature, will I be able to transcend? This is the fear. In Bhagavad Gita, Trayate Mahato Bhayat, Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. Mahata Bhaya means what? One is fear of death, destruction, and another is fear of, for sadhaka, it's fear of, will I attain or not? Kudal Sangama Dorevano Emba Chinte. That fear, will I be able to reach God or not? Will I be able to reach God or not? This fear. But one need not fear anything if one has received the grace of God. It is rather easy for a child to stumble if he holds on the father's hand, but there is no such fear if the father holds the child's hand. God, when you understand, God is holding me. Small incidents, small things in day-to-day life, God will be presenting to you, I am there with you, I am there with you. Each time I err, each time I go away from my path, God gives me a positive answer. Actually, I must get a opposite answer. That is, something bad should happen to me, or something guilt must fall. So, with all that, He will give a positive answer. Something He gives in such a way, oh, I don't deserve this. I have not done anything. Why does God give? Then you will understand God loves me. I don't love God. Each small experiences to transcend without efforts getting something. Yeah, in spite of doing something wrong, I am getting the right result. These things in small day-to-day life you will be seeing. In sadhana also. Why pour upon me the grace? Then you will understand, oh, this is God's grace. This is God's grace. It is not mere words in the sadhaka's life. In all other people, when they say in the worldly life, this is grace of God, this is grace of God. It's just a saying, and to some extent there is a truth also, but not to the depths. When sadhaka says, it is His grace. I am able to think of God, it is His grace. I am able to read scriptures, it is His grace. I am able to understand certain things, it is my grace. When the whole world is being driven by the current of Maya, some supports here and there that God gives, you will understand it's grace of God. Then there is no, father holds the child's hand. Man does not have to suffer anymore if God, in His grace, removes his doubts and reveals Himself to him. God reveals Himself to him. Removes his doubts, and two things are necessary. our path, our struggle, our efforts, our sadhana will not bring the fruit of realization, because nastya krita kritena akritaha kritena na labhyate. We cannot attain. God is akrita. It is not something made. I can get something which is made, created by efforts. But what is uncreated, not created, the root of all that exists, cannot be attained through action. Kritena. So your sadhana is something you are doing sadhana. There is ego doership. There is the expectation. There is demand. There is a goal to reach. All this, I am doing sadhana. Doing. By doing, the undone cannot be reached. So you do the sadhana and go, and the God's grace is necessary for you to go along that path. And when you go along that path, start going along that path, God slowly helps you in the way that all dirts fall off, all things that is obstructing the vision of God falls off. And then when the soul is ready, He reveals Himself. Two things. One is to make you move along the path and get cleaned, and the other part is He should reveal Himself. These two aspects of Sri Ramakrishna He is telling. His grace removes his doubts and reveals Himself to him. But this grace, an important statement after that, but this grace descends upon him only. Condition. But this grace descends upon him only after he has prayed to God with an intense yearning heart. His yearning heart is praying to God. And practiced spiritual disciplines. Spiritual discipline. That's why even I insist on two things: perfect disciplined life. Don't miss any day in your life what you have to do and when you have to do, for no reasons, because of alasya, because of sleep, because of something, wrong understanding or something. It is a life woe. I have to sit at 4 or 5 o'clock for meditation. I have to be there, because no other obstruction, unless I am bedridden. I am there also. When bedridden also, you can continue meditation at 5. Nothing obstructs you. So you must fix your disciplines in such a way that you are able to never miss your life, whatever situation you are placed in. So here, disciplined life, spiritual disciplines. Then sitting for discipline means it is discipline, military discipline. When you do japa, it is not the quantity, how much you do, 10,000, 15,000, no. Quality. Do for 5 minutes, do one mala, 108. But see that at one mala you do, there is no diversions. With love, dropping away all other concerns of this world, just His own living presence with you, feel and lovingly do. Just 108. This is discipline. When you sit for japa, japa. This is discipline. When you sit for worship, puja, puja. When you sit for meditation, meditation. It become a nature that when I sit for meditation, sleep, other distraction, thoughts coming, kashaya, vikshipta, vikshepa, vikshipta, mind becomes, when you sit for meditation, either vikshipta, it is thrown here and there, like waves coming in mind. Other thoughts are coming, interfering. You are not able to meditate. It's called vikshipta. Another is called kashaya. It's like muddy water, you cannot see the bottom. If it is wavy, you cannot see the bottom. If it is muddy, you cannot see. Somebody has scolded, or some desire is there. You are sitting for meditation, and that is not making the mind clear to see the bottom. Kashaya. Then Muda, it has become ice. It is not at all thinking, just it is. It is sitting. It is sitting, he is sitting for meditation, and mind has become Mudha. Or Nidra. These are the four important obstructions. They should not touch you because you are disciplined. When you say, I sit for meditation, accept God, nothing. Nidra also should not come to you because that is your awareness. I am following this discipline. Once nothing, even bodily pain, you will be moving your bodily movements, doing without participation, like as if in sleep. Something is paining or something is working. You will be moving your legs without disturbing your meditation, as if it is in sleep. Sometimes you change the postures without your knowledge. Like that it may happen or it may not happen at all. No movements. Such state you will get. This is discipline. Practice spiritual disciplines. So worship with total dedication, feeling clear presence of God. You are doing the worship. So here you see all these things are come under the spiritual discipline. But this grace descends upon him only after he has prayed to God with intense yearning of the heart and practiced spiritual discipline. Important. Two things I again and again insist upon is have a perfectly disciplined life and practice unbroken thought of divine. This will solve all your problems. Try it, how not to forget God. While doing work, while talking to others, while making fun and laughing, how not to forget God. As if your inner channels connecting to divine are active, or you have anchored yourself inside in the self or in God, and you are playing here in the world. So that grip on the divine must not loosen. When you are making fun with others, laughing, the inner channels connecting must be intact. Your anchoring must be firm. That is most important part. These two things, how not to forget God, how to keep the constant smarana and perfectly disciplined life. And you have nothing to worry or nothing to fear. Know that you are sitting on the lap of God. If you can remember God at all times, smarana, it may take many years, but usually, if you are sincerely struggling, within 3 years, you will be able to reach a state when you will not forget God any time, in sleep also. With all wholehearted participation, wholehearted struggle, you see that unbroken thought of God is coming. It is an important discipline. The mother feels compassion for her child when she sees him running about breathlessly. She has been hiding herself. Now she appears before the child. Mother is the only support of its life. It cannot exist. If anything happens, whom to it will go? It has no faith in anything, anybody. There are great people, there are wealthy people. But for him, nobody is there. When we see wealthiest person in the world, wealthiest person in the nation. He is wealthy to himself. A beggar in the street has nothing to do. Nor he has anything to do with the beggar, nor beggar has anything to do with that wealthy person. So it is like that. And for this child, everybody is there, powerful people, but nobody can help it. It knows only its mother, and if mother hides, what happens? The child becomes restless. Nobody can console it. Nobody can give him compensation of mother. Any amount of love will not compensate the love of the mother. So it will be running about where mother has gone, what has happened, and breathlessly is running about. Then mother doesn't. She reveals herself. This is what happens. In reality, in sadhana, a state comes that you are running about. There are various stages we pass through. One is praying and waiting. Waiting generally. Then praying intensely and waiting. Just waiting, oh, he may come. Then he has to come. When I start doing prayer intensely, then I am doing prayer. He has to come. Will come. Then he doesn't come. Then his prayer intensifies. The waiting period ends. Then begins the seeking period. Just like a child, weeping, mother doesn't come. Then slowly it gets up, and on the floor it starts pulling its body to search where is mother. Mother has not come. His weeping is continuing, but from waiting period it has entered into the seeking period. Now it starts searching for. Then it doesn't get. Anyway, wherever it goes, it doesn't see. Then it becomes restless. Then the stage of Vyakulata comes. Intense longing. It understands the pain, pangs of separation. Pangs of separation come. And that Vyakulata forces God to manifest. So, now she appears before the child. But why should God make us run about? Thought M. The paragraph ends, the next paragraph. But why should God, Thakur is telling, breathlessly run about, and Sri Ramakrishna, in M's mind, a doubt appears. Why all this play? Why should God make all this confusion? For we people to run about like this. Then that Sri Ramakrishna is answering. Immediately Sri Ramakrishna said, it is his will that we should run about a little. Then it is great fun. God has created this world in play, as it were. This is called Mahamaya, the great illusion. This is what we see. A beautiful explanation of Sri Ramakrishna. He is bringing a different concept altogether after this. The word Mahamaya links us to a power which is governing the whole universe, about which we will see in the next class. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrutavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.